Regina, our marriage is solid. Our marriage is based on understanding and respect over time. I met her and I liked her. We married within 3 weeks. Yes, within 3 weeks. I married all my wives within some period. I don't believe in dating anybody to marry them. Don't date anybody you want to marry. Marry them. When you marry them, you begin to fall in love from within the marriage. You know, even in my own culture, as it were, as a kid in the 60s, people, they were not dating. They would marry. In arranged marriages, family to family, they choose a wife. And then most girls were expected to be virgins when they get married. And they build a family from there. And because they didn't know each other before they got married, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of learning to do. And but Regina and I is a story that is interesting because before I met her, I didn't know about her. I don't watch movies, never watch movies. I met her the first time when she came to my house with her mother and her siblings because my place in Delta is a tourist place. They came to look around and I liked her and that was it, you know. So whether I marry another wife or not, she knows it can happen. I come from a very polygamous environment myself. I love children, so I want more children. And she knows this, and my other wives, they also know it. So we'll see what happens in the future. You do everywhere. You do everywhere. That's why at night, you got a lot of them know zone 4, zone 5, zone 6. As na fabo ashawo. Obro ko na facho ima ashawo. Obna economy they are doing good for them. These are the ills of the society now that but as one man, one woman. Before the advent of Christianity, our tradition Igbo tradition allow for many wives and children, of course. That determines the size of the wealth you have, isn't it, in those days? So you see an average Northerner marrying 2, 3, 4. They're helping the women. They're helping the society. But the fallacy of it all is that, yes, religion, Christianity doesn't allow that in the South. And yet, the average Southern man with 10 girlfriends, you know, so you don't, the irony is so stark. I love my culture, my culture as I know it, not as they're trying to dilute it now. You know, I love culture. Igbo culture is wonderful, and should be promoted the way it has always been. But even looking at that, look at even your population in Nigeria. Just look at the economy of marriages, what I call economy of marriages. You as an Igbo man, in one wife, and maybe you have 4 children. Onye Ugu with 4 wives. Each wife with 5 children. That's how many? 25 children. In the next 10 years, 20 years, you can look at the population. Just imagine the population of Onyugu, Ndiugu, and Ndibo, what it will be in the next 20 years. The population will be like 1 to 5, isn't it? Because of the disparity. Assuming that we are the same now. I'm just saying, but we're not. The gap is getting bigger and bigger. And Igbos will never catch up because of this self-imposed restriction.